So hello everybody, welcome to yoga. So my name is Lindsay and today I'm going to teach you just a 30-minute exercise routine to hopefully reduce some stress, open up our hips, but also keep us relaxed and focused on our movements. So we're going to start today's practice by sitting on our sit bones, and I want you to sit nice and tall with your core engaged, shoulders relaxed, and your neck really long, and making sure that chin is retracted back so our head is over our body. So we're just going to take a few minutes, and I want you to really connect through the breath. So you're inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose, but if it feels most comfortable, you can also exhale out through the mouth. So figure out your breath and your routine, but for now I just want you to focus on your breath. You can close your eyes. Again, we're seated in a nice comfortable position. So here we go. We're just going to start with inhaling and exhaling out. Nice and slow and with control. Continuing to do that each movement, each time. Inhaling through the nose and out through the nose. And I want you to be mindful too and make sure each of your counts are the same as you inhale and as you exhale. So if you're inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5, make sure you're exhaling out 2, 3, 4, 5. So pick that count that works best for you. Couple more breaths. And exhale. Letting go all worries, anxiety, tension. Just let it all go with the breath. And let's go ahead and do 2 more deep breaths. Going at your own pace. And last one. Good, now we're gonna take it with neck circles. So I want you to go slow and easy with these neck circles and also in control. So all I want you to do is rotate the neck towards the right, tucking that chin into the chest, releasing back up overhead. 3 more times just like that. Just stretching and loosening up our neck, and also you'll feel this in through your shoulders and the back of your neck. Good, and one more time this side. Let's meet back through center and go ahead and extend and go and release on the other side, rotating that neck to the left. Again, nice and slow with control. You're not forcing this movement. Doesn't need to be fast. Good, one last time. Good, and let's come back to the center, head in the neutral position. Again, retracting that head so it's over the body. Now we're gonna do shoulder shrugs. So I want you to do shrug your shoulders nice and tight and then drop it and release. 3 more times just like that. Really squeeze. Feel that tension as you squeeze, and then once you let it go, release, just notice how much softer your body feels. Last one here. And squeeze. Good. Now we're going to turn the neck to the left, and then to the right, to the left, to the right. Good. 2 more times like that. Again, not forcing that movement, but just awakening that neck. Good. Let's come back to center. And then shoulder shrugs. So you're just rolling those shoulders nice and back, squeezing them in through the neck, and then rolling them back, and then releasing the shoulders back into that neutral position. Last time this way. Good. Let's come back. Exhale, roll, and then release. So we're just rolling that forward, kind of feeling that stretch through their upper back and keeping that midsection nice and tight. Good. And then exhale. Release. Good. I want you to bring that right ear towards that right shoulder. Hold here again, dropping this left shoulder. Come back to center, other side. Good. Come back to center. One more time on each side. Inhale. And then exhale, release. Let's come back to center. Extend that head up, lift the chin up towards the ceiling. And then pull it back, drawing that chin in towards the chest. Good, 3 more times. Inhaling up Exhale, release. Inhale back up. Exhale, release. And last one, inhale back up. And then exhale, release. Tucking that chin into the chest. Good. Let's go ahead and pull up into that neutral position. Great. So we're going to come on all fours. Wrists are underneath shoulders. Knees are right underneath hips. Feet are flat. We're going to start warming up our spine by cat and cow. So I want you to tuck the chin in the chest, arching that back. And then exhale, curving the spine, sending tailbone back, squeezing those shoulder blades together and feeling that contraction. And then releasing it as well. So we're inhaling up, curving that spine. Exhale, releasing, sending the tailbone back. Good. 3 more times, just like this, matching breath with movement. Again, keeping those shoulders pulled back. We're pressing into the palms of our hands. Keeping that core nice and strong. Good. And then go ahead and release. Let's come back into a neutral position. Hands are slightly out in front of the body. Again, pressing firmly onto the palms of our hands. We're going to shift the weight forward, lower down into chaturanga. And then I just want you to pull up into up dog here. Just contracting through that low back. Again, shoulders are pulled back, feeling a tension. Exhale, release. And then press straight back up. And then come into a child's pose. A wide-legged child's pose if you wish. Our hips are sitting back onto our heels. We're pressing firmly into the palms of our hands, reaching through those fingertips. Our forehead is placed on the mats in a comfortable position. And just take a breath here to begin feeling and breathing, noticing how you feel in this moment. Good, and then go ahead and come back up into that neutral position. Same thing, shift the hips back, pull all the way down. Inhale, press up into that up dog. Exhale, release, using your body weight, press up, back into that child's pose. 1 deep breath. And then exhale through the nose. And at the end of the exhale, we're going to repeat that same motion. Inhaling lower, lifting. Exhale, release, press up, and then exhale into that child's pose. Good. 1 more time. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, release, press up into child's pose. 1 deep breath here. Inhale. And then on the end of your exhale, let's tuck the toes under, shift the hips up into downward facing dog, pressing the heels into the floor. Go ahead and alternate each heel into the ground so you get more of a stretch in the back of your legs, through your calves, pressing firmly onto those palms. And then let's go ahead and put our gaze towards our fingertips. Bend the knees, step it through. We're going to come into forward fold here. So interlace those hands onto your elbows, further drawing that chest in towards the top of your thighs. Again, your weight should be on your toes or heels, so you should be able to lift those toes. Good. Let's go ahead and drop the hands towards the mat. Let's inhale, lift flat back. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. All the way back up, hands to heart center. Back here. Good. Let's inhale back up. We're going to do our sun salutations 3 times. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift flat back. Exhale, release, drawing that chest in. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way back up, hands into heart center. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, up. Exhale, leading with that chest. Inhale, lift flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way back up. Exhale, hands, heart center. Keep it moving, matching breath with movement, staying strong and intentional in each of those transitional poses here. Feeling our bodies get warm, warming up everything nice and soft. And then this will be our last one. Leading with that chest. Inhale, lift flat back. Exhale, release, drawing the chest in. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way back up. Exhale, hands heart center. We're going to take that step back, that right foot back, and I want you to bend that left knee here. Now, if this feels comfortable for you, go ahead and draw those hands up towards our full crescent lunge. Otherwise, if this is too intense for you, drop that back leg, hold here. But I want you shooting energy through that right heel. Our left foot is pressing strongly on all four corners of our feet. And you should be able to feel your toes because most of your weight should be grounded in that back heel. So just hold here and breathe, nice and strong. Building strength through those legs. Our hips are pressing forward and they're facing the shorter edges of our mat. Good, one more inhale here. And then exhale, I want you to turn that back foot flat, open up the hips into warrior two. Now with warrior two, my heels are aligned, my arms are extending out laterally, and I'm gazing my focus over my left fingertips. Squeezing those shoulder blades back as if you have a tennis ball in between those shoulder blades. Again, building strength through that lower body. You want to feel strong in this warrior two pose. Good, let's extend the left arm up overhead, drawing that right arm down towards that back leg, just opening here through the chest. Feeling movement here in space through our obliques. And then exhale, release, come back to warrior two. Drop that left elbow outside that left knee and extend that right arm up overhead. Again, reaching through those fingertips. Keep breathing. Find that energy, find that space through your breath. And then exhale, release, come back to warrior two. We're going to go ahead and adjust our position, slightly narrow your stance. You're going to extend that left leg out and then draw that left arm down, extend that right arm up overhead into triangle pose. Your shoulders should be stacked. Again, my heels are still aligned. And I'm just opening up that chest by reaching that right arm up towards the sky. Good. Exhale, release. Both hands come down onto the mat on either side of your foot. Spin that back foot flat. This time, place your right hand flat on the inside of that left foot and then extend that left arm up towards the sky. Twisting lunge here. So this is a really great pose. We're working rotation here. We're still building strength through our lower body, but we're also opening up our chest and keeping stable through our abdominals. Just hold here and breathe. Again, if you need to drop that back leg, turn that back foot flat, you can do so. Just listen to your body. Feel comfortable in being uncomfortable. Good. Exhale, release. Hands come on either side of the foot. We're going to step it back into full plank position here so everything is nice and long. And then slowly lower to chaturanga. Inhale back to up dog like we did in the very beginning. Exhale, release, press back up, come back into downward dog. Nice deep breath. Gaze the eyes forward, bend the knees. You can step or jump forward, whatever feels most comfortable. Inhale, lift, flat back. This should be familiar. Exhale, release, forward fold, drawing the chest in. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way back up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to repeat the other side. So left leg steps back. Here we are in that full crescent lunge here. Extend the arms up overhead when you're ready. Hold here for a few breaths. If you need to drop that back leg, go ahead and do so. Listen to your body. Shooting energy through that back heel if it is elevated off the floor, and making sure our knee is just over our ankle. Good. One more deep breath here. Again, arms are reaching up overhead. Feel the strength and the lengthening through your sides and through your armpits. We're gonna spin that back foot flat, open up into warrior two. Again, heel to heel alignment. If you need to adjust, make sure both of those heels are aligned. And then gazing your focus over your right fingertips. Good. Keep breathing, feeling strong and grounded in this pose. Keeping this midsection nice and tight. Good. Let's inhale. Bring that right arm up overhead. Draw that left leg down towards your back knee. Just stretching here. Reaching and breathing in space through our right side. Holding and breathing. Good. Exhale, release. Come back to warrior two. Drop that right arm onto your right leg and extend that left arm through the crown of your head. You can turn your gaze onto your elbow or up to the ceiling, whatever feels most comfortable. You can try to rotate that left shoulder out behind you so you can get more expansion through that chest. Breathing. Exhale, release. Let's come back to warrior two. Begin to straighten that right leg and then drop your right arm down towards that right foot. And then extend the left arm up overhead and then turn your gaze towards those left fingertips. Good. Love triangle pose. Keep breathing and feeling. Feel the stretch in the back of your leg. Your side. Good. Exhale, release. We're going to drop both hands on the outside of either foot. Spin that back foot flat. And then go ahead and bring that right arm up towards the sky for twisting crescent lunge. You'll feel this in your low back. Maybe you felt a nice air pocket of release through that low back. That's good. Again, shooting energy through that back hip. Hold and breathe. Good. And then exhale, go ahead and slowly release, bringing everything back up in front of you. And then bringing that right foot back into full lunge. Let's lower into chaturanga. Inhale, lift up dog. Exhale, release. Press back up into downward facing dog. Gaze the eyes forward, step it through or jump into forward fold. Let's inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way back up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, so let's focus on our balancing pose. So we're gonna start with tree pose. We have done these before. So I want you to kickstand that right leg out. You can have 3 different levels here. You can place your toes and your heel on your left leg. This left leg is extended, or you can place it just below your knee or above your knee on your thigh. We're gonna hold a balancing pose called tree pose, and then we're gonna extend our arms overhead. So go ahead and get in position. Find the position that's most comfortable for you. I'm gonna stay here where my right foot is planted on the inside of my left knee. So find that comfort, find that focal point in the room. We're just gonna hold here in tree pose. I want you guys to feel grounded here. I want you to press firmly into the left foot on all 4 corners of your feet. You're opening up this hip by turning that knee out externally and keeping your midsection nice and tight here. So breathe here through your abdominals. Again, shoulders relaxed. And then when you're ready, go ahead and grow your branches on a tree. I want you to feel strong. You're reaching those arms up overhead, lengthening, extending, and reaching. Keep breathing and focusing, building strength through that left leg. Again, feeling comfortable in those moments of uncomfortable, but also feeling stillness and quietness in this challenging pose. Continue to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. If you want an additional challenge, go ahead and close your eyes. Find that stableness, find that concentration, and listen to yourself, just breathing and holding this nice, strong pose. Good. Go ahead and bring your hands back to that heart center. We're going to slowly bring our knee out in front of us. Hold here and drop. Good. Go ahead and shake it out. Shake that left leg out. Same thing on the other side. So find your level on the floor, just below the knee or above the knee. Find your focal point in your room. That's going to help center your focus. And then when you're ready, bring your hands to heart center. Again, opening this knee out, feeling the strength or the stretch in our hip flexor, keeping your core nice and tight, shoulders relaxed. Hold here in tree pose. Again, our weight is distributed on that heel. You should be able to pick up those toes. And then when you're ready, go ahead and grow your branches, reaching your arms up way overhead, extending through the top of your crown, shooting energy through those fingertips. You might find that you're more balanced on one side compared to the other. This is obviously my more balanced side, but that's what's so nice about yoga. We work on both sides of the body to help enhance muscle symmetry. So we want all of our muscles to be equally balanced, and yoga can help with that. Awareness check. Make sure your core is nice and tight. Continue to breathe. Feel yourself getting stronger. If you fall out of the pose, that's okay. Go ahead and get right back into it. There's no shame in losing your positioning. That's why we practice these. We practice this to get better. Good. Let's go ahead and exhale, release the hands back to heart center. And go ahead and turn that knee inward, hold for just a moment, and then go ahead and slowly release it back to the ground. Good. Way to stay grounded in an unbalancing pose. So let's go ahead and take it back to the top of our mountain pose. We're facing the shorter edges of our mat. Let's inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, reaching, leading with the chest forward fold. Inhale, lift part way. Exhale, release, hands in the mat. Let's step it back into a full plank position here. Just hold for a few breaths. Again, your wrists are underneath shoulders. Your feet can be hip width distance apart, or you can bring your feet into a more narrow and more challenging position. Let's go ahead and shift the weight forward, lower down to chaturanga. Good. So this one, we're gonna go do Superman. So feet are turned out flat. Your arms are gonna be extended out in front of you. What I want you to do is press into your pelvic bone on the floor, squeeze and contract your glutes, and lift those legs up off the floor. Good. Now go ahead and extend and lift your arms up off the floor in a full Superman, getting contraction and strength through that low back. Exhale, release. A couple more times just like that. Let's inhale up, full contraction, squeeze those glutes, and then exhale, release. Inhale up, bringing that chin in towards that chest. I don't want to see your head up. Relax the neck, and then exhale, release. 2 more times. Inhale up. Can you get higher? How high can you lift that chest up off the ground? How high can you lift those legs up off the mat? And release, and last one. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, release. Good. Full bow pose. So we're going to take our right hand in front of us, and I want you guys to bring your left arm and place it on the cup it so your palm is on the front of your foot. Same thing on the other side. So here's full bow position. I want to show you first, and then you can do it. So what we're doing with bow position, we're going to still extend, lifting everything up the mat, just like this, in a full position here.
I want you to be really careful about pulling your feet in too close to you because you might cause tension in that knee. If that's too hard, just go ahead and lift one at a time. Okay, so here you go. Grab into position, find the version that works best for you. And let's take an inhale, lift, lifting and reaching, holding into full bow pose. And then exhale, release. Good, let's do one more time just like that. We're gonna inhale, lift everything up off the mat, driving that pelvic and that hip bone onto the mat, rolling those shoulders back, holding. Good, and then exhale, release. Good. All right, let's bring our hands out in front of us. Now this time, I want you to kickstand your right arm out in front or out on the side of you, so it's making a T. So just like this is a T. And then we're gonna bring that left leg out to tap the toe just on the right side of the body. So you should feel a stretch here through your shoulders, but also through your low back. Just gonna hold here and breathe. Just a nice supine twist here. My right leg is extended long. Good. And then exhale, slowly come back to center. Same thing, other side. Kickstand that left arm out to the side. We're gonna bring that right toe behind us and then rotate our body and opening up that chest towards that right side. You might find that this is really difficult for you. Just go to where you feel that pull, but not going so far where you feel discomfort in that stretch. Good. And then exhale, slowly release. Let's come back to center. We're gonna press back up and then swing our leg out in front, toes are pointed up. So we've done this before, forward flexion, again, releasing tension through that low back. So let's inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, reaching forward, lengthening here, keeping those knees slightly bent, and just drawing that chest in towards the thighs here, going as low as you can go, but feeling that stretch, feeling that relief. Continue to inhale through the nose, out, exhale through the nose. Bringing that chin in towards that chest, just holding and breathing here. Good, let's slowly walk out in front. We're going to kickstand that right leg out to about 45 degrees. Bring that left knee in. And then let's inhale our arms up towards the ceiling. You're gonna rotate out towards that right side and then reach forward for those toes. So that right toe is pointed and flexed. You're gonna hold here, breathe. You should have felt this on the back side of your low back. And if you want more of an additional challenge, opening and extending that left arm out towards the ceiling. And again, further rotating that left shoulder back behind you as far as you can go where you feel that stretch. Keeping that core nice and tight. Good. Go ahead and drop that arm out towards your toes if you extended it up over the ceiling. And then slowly roll yourself back up, one vertebrae at a time. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Left leg kicks out, 45 degrees. Right foot comes in. Let's inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, rotate, turn, reach forward for those toes. Again, drawing the chest in towards that leg. And if you want, you can extend that right leg up overhead. Right arm up overhead. Good. Just holding and breathing. Breathing through the tight spaces. Let everything go. I just want you to focus on how your body feels currently in this moment. Where do you feel most tight? Try and breathe in through that space. Don't force the stretch, just acknowledge where the stress is and what it's doing for your body.
And then if you have that hand extended up overhead, go ahead and slowly dropping it towards your toes, rotating your chest back to the center, and slowly rolling back up one vertebrae at a time. Good. Let's bring both feet out. We're going to do a modified figure four stretch. So I want you to leave the right leg extended. We're going to pick up the knee at 90 degrees, and I just want you to hug it in towards the chest. So I'm just turning that leg out, wrapping my arm underneath, sitting nice and tall, and just drawing that right foot in towards my chest. So you should feel this through your glutes and also through your hip. It's really important to stay nice and tall. I don't want to see you rounded through the shoulders. Really focus on retracting those shoulders back. Keep holding and breathing. Good. And then slowly releasing. This time place that left foot on the outside of that right knee. Right hand comes up. We're going to extend that elbow on the outside of that left knee. Then left hand places behind us. I just want you to slowly work on rotation through that low back and through the chest here. So with every breath, as you exhale, I want you to slowly try to rotate even further by driving that left shoulder blade back behind you. Breathing, again, being intentional about this stretch. You can point this toe, keep it active. Holding and breathing. Working through those rotational planes of our body. Good. And then at the end of your exhale, slowly come back to center. Extend that left foot out in front. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So nice and tall, bringing that right foot in at 90 degrees, and then bringing it out sideways here. So you might find that one side is tighter than the other, and you might not be able to push it in towards your chest as much. That's how I feel with this right side. So again, hugging that shin in towards your chest, sitting up nice and tall, right on top of our sit bones, shoulders relaxed. Hold and breathe. Again, I don't want you guys to force these movements. If you sit at a desk all day, or you do a lot of running, chances are your glutes and your hips are really tight. So it's important for you to continue to stretch those areas so we can lengthen those areas and make you more flexible, because you're going to feel better, you're going to have less back pain, less tightness through those hips. So it's important to take time and really stretch those tighter areas out that we don't want to. Good, a couple more deep breaths. And last one. Good. And then at the end of your exhale, go ahead and slowly release that right foot on the outside of that left knee. We're going to extend the left arm up overhead, left elbow draws on the outside of that right knee, and then place that left hand out behind you, and then slowly work on rotating that torso back. So again, your left foot is flexed. You're gazing your focus over that right shoulder, and then with every exhale, try and slowly get deeper into that twist. One more deep breath. And then at the end of that exhale, slowly releasing, bringing everything back in. And let's go ahead and slowly send the legs out, adjust your seating, and then slowly roll one vertebrae at a time into our full final pose for the day, Savasana. So with Savasana, that is our final resting pose. I want your shoulders completely flat against the mat beneath you. I want your collarbone and clavicle long. So how are you going to make that long and lengthening is drawing those shoulder blades back. Keep the core center tight, but I also want you to keep your low back from popping up. So really tilt that pelvis back so you're in a neutral position. So your low back is as flat as it can be on the mat beneath you. Go ahead and let the knees fall out in a natural state. Let the ankles stop flexing and let them kind of fall out laterally to the sides in a nice comfortable position. And then go ahead and place your hands out beside your body. They can also open up as well, so whatever feels most comfortable. Go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to take a few moments to just dial in on your breath again. I don't want you to worry about what you have planned in the next couple minutes after yoga is over, what you have planned for the day. I just want you to be intentional about your breath and focus on this stillness and this quietness, and appreciate the time that you took for yourself to engage in movement for today's practice. So let's take this moment to inhale through the nose and out through the nose. And just acknowledge and appreciate the stillness that's to come. Let's slowly draw awareness back to this moment of stillness, this moment of quietness. And I want you to go ahead and wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Start to bring feeling back in with your body. And then when you're ready, slowly rolling over to one side that feels comfortable, making sure you're stacking the knees, laying on one side of your body with the arm supporting that head and the other arm pressed firmly onto the ground. And you can open your eyes to start bringing that awakeness back for today's practice. And then taking another inhale through the nose. And then a nice long exhaling out through the nose. And then when you're ready after that exhalation, slowly pressing yourself back up into that seated position that we began at the first start of our practice. I'm just going to have us start to awaken our body and then end our practice today with three cleansing, rejuvenating breaths. So first, let's go ahead and roll our bodies out, just nice and slow to that left side, just 3 times here this way. Again, just awakening everything back up. Starting that awakening process in a nice, slowed, and in controlled movement. Switching sides. Lean to the right, just drawing that chin towards that chest. Good. Let's come back to the center, sitting nice and tall in those sit bones. Again, keeping this midsection nice and tight, shoulders back. Let's go ahead and bring the arms up overhead. Reaching, exhale, release, hands to heart center. 2 more times just like that. Inhaling up. Exhale, releasing. And last time, inhale up. This time, grab the right left wrist and extend over to that right side. Again, breathing through those obliques. Good. Exhale, release. Let's come and inhale. Grab the right wrist. Exhale, release towards the left. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, release the arms back to heart center. Thank you for joining today's practice. I hope you feel rejuvenated. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Thanks for taking time for yourself today, and we'll see you next time.